It's your anxiety therapist. So today we're going to talk about emotions. So people believe that when you feel emotions, that this is a weak thing or this is a sensitive thing. And I want to let you know that we are made in every part of our brain and body to feel these emotions. It gives us the necessary indication of what we need to do, what we need to communicate, what we need from others. So emotions are not something to be ignored. It doesn't make us weak or vulnerable if we are feeling our emotions and we're honoring our emotions. If we're feeling our emotions, then we take action accordingly. We know if we're happy that we're doing pretty good. If we are mad, then there's something that's not okay with us. Someone's crossed a boundary or something needs to be changed. Or if we're jealous, that maybe there's something that we wish we had that we need to try to find, or at least an aspect of it. So emotions are not a negative thing, they're a necessity because that gives us actions toward what we need to do in our lives. Don't feel like it's a weak or a sensitive thing if you're honoring the emotion. It doesn't always mean that you can get the other people to act in the way that you want, but it does mean that we can really figure out what is being triggered. Sometimes it's not true. Sometimes we feel like someone says something and we get really angry because we assume the person means something that they don't based on our history or experiences. So we can say, oh, that made me feel really bad because I felt like the person was saying this about me. And then we can think about it in a more logical perspective and say, no, maybe they were just expressing something else. So emotions are very important. It does not make you a strong person to push away your emotions. Your nervous system will still always hold on to it, especially if we don't honor it, because it needs you to remember these things for your survival and your safety. So if we just feel something and then try to ignore it, it's going to go, hello, don't forget this time, because we don't want to go through this again. If we actually honor the emotion and then take the action necessary, then our body has a natural way of processing it and it goes away on its own, because then the body goes, oh, okay, we at least honored what we needed, or at least know what we needed, and so we don't have to hold on to it for survival. So it can process it. So the best way to go through life is to not ignore your emotions and try to push it aside and be strong. It's to honor them. And then when you honor them and you get really good at communicating what it is that you're needing in that moment and then responding to that in the best way possible, you don't have to worry about having anxiety or somebody else or something else happening, because you trust yourself in the moment. You trust that whatever happens, you'll be able to communicate it and navigate it to the best of your ability. Even if that means walking away for a minute or taking some time or assessing, we don't have to respond immediately. If we don't know exactly what we're feeling, if it's just a really intense emotion, then we don't have to respond. We can say, I'm going to take a minute. I'm going to call you back. Whatever it is, I might just need some time. I'll get back to you when I can. You do what you need to do until you know what it is you need to communicate, and then you can respond. So don't feel like you have to immediately respond to anything if you don't know exactly what you're feeling. So again, in order to feel our strongest, we actually have to feel the emotion and we have to honor it. And then from there we communicate, and then the action follows to the best of our ability. It doesn't mean that you're weak, because we all have emotions. It's how our body naturally figures out what we need. So don't feel like pushing it aside makes you stronger. It makes you easier. It makes you a survivor. It doesn't. Being able to honor it and go through life in a strong, confident way in your intuition is how you build the best life for yourself. So I hope that was helpful. Hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.